am so, so, so excited, first of all, to announce that I have just reached 5 years this month working as a professional full-time artist. That means I stopped keeping a part-time job. I began relying entirely on my artwork for income. So that was a huge, huge leap, which I tried to do many times prior to that, and then got close and didn't quite make it. But 5 years ago, I did it, and it has been an amazing 5 years. Each year has gotten more incredible, and I really, really have you guys to thank for that. Thank you so, so much for your support. Every like, comment, share, and every purchase from my shop has been just reassurance to me that what I'm doing is working and that you support me and you believe in me, and I'm just so, so grateful. I'm just thrilled to see that on Facebook alone I am very close to 200,000 followers. Like, I can't even fathom that number in front of me. It's just, there's really, you guys are real. And I started doing conventions last year, and that was my first time meeting some of you guys in person, and it was just like, oh my god, you guys are real. This is happening. You actually chose to follow me and support my work, and okay, cool, this is happening. So anyway, oh my gosh, there's so many comments. Thank you guys so much. I wish I could check them real quick, but it's time to keep moving. So anyway, I just want to share real quick what making it means to me, because I've been making it for 5 years now, and what that means to me is I am able to do what I love for a living, and it has just been unbelievable to me. Making it doesn't mean being super popular or having like a ton of followers, which is awesome and I'm grateful for, but that's not my goal. My goal is simply to do what I love and be able to pay the bills with it, you know, take care of my kid. And as some of you guys know, I'm now a single mom, so that struggle is real. And I'm just so grateful that I'm able to do this full time, and I have made it. But something that I've tried to keep in mind is to remain a student, just forever learning new things and growing. I think it's really important as an artist to stay open and creative to your to where your process is going, and where your life experiences lead you. And I've certainly seen that in my work in the past. So that leads to my announcement that I'm doing an ultimate art giveaway, which is all these things right here in front of me. I am going to give to one of you, because I think it is so important to keep growing as an artist, and I know many of you are artists or students or hobbyists, and gathering really nice professional art supplies is really hard for some people, and I totally understand that. So instead of just giving away a painting or giving away artwork, which is fun, I want to like give all of this to somebody to be able to experiment and continue growing as an artist like I have been able to. So I am going to go through all this cool stuff I'm doing, I'm giving away. So first of all, let's start with the watercolors. I am giving away a Daniel Smith watercolor essentials set, and these are all 5 milliliter tubes, including one of Moonglow, which those of you who have worked with Moonglow, oh my god, there's like a Moonglow cult. We are obsessed. It is beautiful. So I had to go get one little extra tube for you guys, because if you haven't tried that, and by the way, I'm not like officially endorsing any of these things. I'm not being paid to do this. I am just gathering all of my favorite stuff that I want to give to you. So that comes with, let me see here, New Gamboge, which is a warm yellow. Comes with Hansa Yellow Light, which I use a lot. That is a cool yellow. We have Pyrrole Scarlet, which is our cool red. And we have Quinacridone Rose, which is a warm red. Our blues are Phthalo Blue, and that's our cool blue, and our warm blue is French Ultramarine. So these are essentials. And I really do enjoy Daniel Smith watercolors. I'm also a big fan of Grumbacher watercolors. Like, seriously, if you're looking for a starter set, that's a great place to go. But for our purposes today, I am gathering some watercolors for you from Daniel Smith. Next up, I am giving away a 5 mixing colors set of acrylic gouache from Holbein. So I have only come across acrylic gouache in the last year alone. And I have found that it's been really, really fun to work with to build color studies so that I don't have to think in the back of my head, okay, how do I layer this in watercolor? Because the beautiful thing about acrylic gouache is that it goes on like gouache. It's very nice and thick and pasty and a little bit chalky too, but it dries like acrylic, so it dries permanently. It doesn't re-wet like regular gouache, so I really enjoy working with that if I'm just trying to do quick little things. So I'm giving away this as well because I just love working with these. That comes with a primary cyan, primary white, primary black, primary magenta, and primary yellow. Okay, so let's close that little box back up. Alright, I'll deal with that later. I'm also giving away Horadam Aquarelle from Schmeinecke. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. Gold and silver. And these are just really, really beautiful to work with. So we have those as well. Put these here. It's sliding. Okay. I'm super, super excited about this. So Molotow now makes these art masking fluid markers, which is just brilliant. This is like my favorite new thing, and I've been using it so, so, so much. So shake it up, open it. I haven't activated this one, of course, but and you just draw on where you want your masking fluid, and it works like regular masking fluid. It's fantastic. It dries light blue, but it doesn't leave any marks. So I've really, really been enjoying this for outlines and very specific areas. So I'm giving you guys one of these. I'm also giving away a Molotow 1 for All acrylic pump marker in 1mm. So it's a really fine tip. I really enjoy working with this for cool like white outlines and things, other little graphic elements. And so this is wonderful. Okay, this funny little thing is a rubber cement pickup eraser. When I'm working with masking fluid, you know, you might be tempted to peel it up with your fingers, but your oils end up getting on the paper that you're removing the masking fluid from. So this is awesome. It just picks it up, and it gets really kind of grimy after a little bit. I don't know where mine is. Mine is somewhere, but it's really fun and useful, and it's also one of my favorite recent art supply discoveries. And in the line of masking fluid, this is my favorite masking fluid. This is by Grumbacher, and this is Misket Liquid Frisket. Beware, it's pretty stinky, but I'm pretty sure all masking fluid is. But this is my favorite masking fluid to work with, and I'm giving you guys your very own tub. Okay, next up. One of the brands I really like working with is Trekell, and unfortunately I'm not able to give away one of their panels because my current supply I actually need all of, so I couldn't really spare one, but I wanted to give you guys something from Trekell because I think their company is wonderful. So I have the Trekell Brush Restorer, and I'll go into a couple of the brushes I'm giving away in a moment. But my preferred brushes are Kolinsky Sables, and these are really, really nice, like the finest watercolor brushes you can work with. Trekell makes them as well, but this is really good for reshaping your brush after like it gets some funky little hair splitting. If it goes a little nutty, this will bring it back into shape. So I'm gonna give you guys one of these as well. On to brushes. Okay, my very, very, very favorite brush is the Winsor Newton Series 7. It is a Kolinsky Sable brush. This is a size 2. I find that I use a lot of size 1s and 2s. I'm trying to open it, but maybe I shouldn't. So you got yourself a very lovely, fancy, new size 2 brush on the way. And these just, if you take good care of them, they last a really long time. And they keep their point, and they're just delicious. Okay, and I am giving a Grumbacher Golden Edge wash. It's a size 1. I use this a lot with watercolor as well as acrylic and acrylic wash. It's just a really versatile brush. I enjoy the wash, of course, but the rounded edge is very useful as well. So you guys are getting one of these. Moving on, I have this super cute little art supply pouch. This is by a brand called Blue Q, and I actually have a ton of their stuff, and I really wanted to include something of theirs in this giveaway. So get your own little pencil pouch. And moving on to paper, this is my favorite paper. Arches Watercolor Hot Press. So difference between cold press and hot press, for those who are unfamiliar with watercolor paper, is cold press has the bumps. So, you know, easy way to remember that is if you're cold, you got goosebumps, and the cold press has bumps in texture. Hot press is nice and smooth. I like working on this because I find I get a lot of really good detail with it. However, cold press will give you more saturated colors. So everyone has their preference. I prefer working with hot press, and because this giveaway is about all of my favorite materials, you're getting hot press. And this is a 9x12 pad. And a palette, just kind of your standard palette, picked it up on Amazon. And for everyone that wants to know where you can get these supplies, I have links in the blog post, which should be in the description of the video, where to go to enter for the giveaway. But I still have more stuff to share, so that was just a quick little note that if you see something you need right now, or if you end up not winning, but you know, we'll talk about it later, you can go to the links in the blog post. Moving on, let's see. Okay, so those are all the supplies and fun things I'm giving away, but I'm also giving away some of my own stuff because why not? This is a huge set of postcard prints that I sell in my shop. I'll be giving you even more than this collection right. This is all I scrounged up like 10 minutes ago for this video, but I have tons more, and you'll get one of every postcard I have in stock, including a ton that I do not have on my website. This includes stuff that I've made for conventions, a lot of pop art things that I just have not put on my website. So you're going to get some exclusive, let me start over, some exclusive, exciting little postcard prints that I do not have online. You will also be able to choose one open edition print of your choice from my shop. This is the Oracles. All of my prints in my shop are G-Clay fine art archival prints, so it's on this really nice thick paper. It's very similar to the watercolor paper that I work on. So this is one example of an open edition print that you can pick. Now, so moving on to the ways that Marzipan's here. Do you guys want to see Marzipan? Come here. Hey, buddy. Okay, I know you guys love Marzipan. So, hey. In the blog post, there are instructions on how to enter, and there are 7 ways to win. But I just looked at my notes and I realized I forgot something really important. In addition to all this stuff on the table, except for that back there, I'll explain that, you will also get a free download of my tutorials and process in watercolor, which is a 3-hour-long video of a tour of my studio, an explanation of all the materials I use, which includes a good bit of this stuff right here, and a very hour-long full speed paint through. Of course, I'm wearing a black dress and I have a lot of cat hair on me, but whatever, that's life. So you get that as well, and this is really exciting. I will be giving a 1-hour video chat to the winner. That includes a portfolio review if you would like it, as well as a personal one-on-one walkthrough of these materials. So any questions you have about these materials, I will answer them for you. And when we talk about how we can use these materials with what you're already doing. Now that is totally optional. If you were camera shy, I totally understand. It's taking me a lot of courage just to do this right now. Go a little crazy back here. But we can figure something out. Oh, and I totally forgot about this. This is the Art Order Journal. I was recently in a Kickstarted book of a bunch of wonderful artists who I am just so pleased to be within the company of. And I recently received my copy, and with my copy came this portfolio of loose sheets from the book. Now, the really special thing about this book is this is all about artist process. So let's see if we can find my page. It's in here somewhere. So every one of these artists goes through a little visual representation of what their process is like. I know I'm in here somewhere. Kind of like halfway through, but we can find me. Anyway, so this is just goes in line with the whole forever student mentality, is that we can all keep learning. So I found my page, and this is just an example of what you'll find, but I went through from the photograph of my model, who is Cassie Meter, aka Castronaut. She is wonderful, look up her work. Through notes on my process, to sketch, a color mock-up, and progress photos, and then the final piece. So that's just one example of the, I don't even know how many is in here, probably at least 100. So this is an excellent resource, and the winner will be getting this as well. So, I'm gonna check my notes real quick to make sure I'm not missing anything. There are 7 ways to enter. You can go to my blog. There should be a link right next to the video, but if there isn't, I messed up. Just go to kellymckernan.com/blog and it will be the very first post. The ways that you can enter is you can comment on the blog post and tell me which of these things you were most excited about trying. And then you can visit and like my Facebook page. You can get a point for visiting and liking my Instagram. The liking part's not necessary, but it's appreciated. You can follow me on Twitter for a point. You can visit my Patreon page for a point and get 10 additional entries if you decide to support my Patreon. Now, quick note about my Patreon is that I'm doing a very specific project. It is called the Hanafuda Deck Project. And what I'm doing is basically creating 12 full paintings, and that's where this comes in. This is my most recently completed one. So my Patreon is about supporting me in this project that I'm doing right now, which will go to Kickstarter later this year. So if you decide to support me, you get 10 extra entries. So that's pretty cool. So in addition to those ways to enter, you can also sign up for my mailing list. I have 2. One is for my general newsletter, which goes out every couple of weeks or so just to let you know what's going on. Or there's my Hanafuda Deck newsletter, which will just let you know when the Kickstarter goes live and any updates related to it. You can also get 5 points for every friend that you refer to the blog. So that includes social media stuff like Facebook, Twitter, and a whole bunch of other ways that you can tell your friends to enter this contest too. You get 5 points every time. So the amount of points that you can get towards this contest are endless, limitless. So have fun. I think that's pretty much it. I'm really, really excited about this. I hope you guys are too, and if you would like to enter the contest, please do so. The link should be up there, but if it's not, again, you can go to kellymckernan.com/blog. Okay, guys, I think I talked at 200 miles per hour. Just checking the comments, making sure everything's looking all right. But if you guys have any questions, you can message me directly on Facebook or leave them on the blog. Otherwise, I'm going to head over to Instagram now and do the exact same thing. All right, thanks for tuning in. Feel free to share, refer your friends to the blog post with the entries, because I would just love for all these materials to go to a very deserving person. So if you have someone in your life that's an art student that is just, looking for a boost of wonderful materials to work with, let them know. Or you yourself are, an emerging artist and you're looking for some new things to try, please enter. Okay, wrapping it up. Thank you guys so much again. This is 5 years, 5 amazing years as a professional artist. I've made my dream come true, and here's to 5 more. Thanks, guys. I love you all. Take care.